Now, my next guest was born in Northern Ireland and grew up in New Zealand. His prolific career began in the award-winning My Brilliant Career, then in Riley, Ace of Spies, and my favourite, The Omen, Final Conflict, Damien. Have a look at me head, look. So... Since then, he's battled T-Rexes in Jurassic Park, he's been Henry VIII in The Tudors, and in his new magical film, which is called Dean Spanley, he plays a reincarnated Cocker Spaniel. Will you please welcome the man himself, Mr. Sam Neill? Let me hear you, come on. We've got some wine. Sam, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Now, I watched the movie last night, and it's a beautiful... It's witty, it's clever, it's original, and the end is heartbreaking. And I'm not ashamed to say, I howled like a wolf. I did. I'm sat in bed, I had to get up and have a cup of tea.
Oh, you're very sweet.
What a wonderful movie. Now, you've played the Antichrist. Yeah. You've tackled dinosaurs. Surely this must be one of your most unusual roles.
That's absolutely right. I've never played anything like this before, and I don't think I'll ever be asked to play anything like it again.
I mean, the Dean, I thought he was an eccentric Edwardian.
Yeah.
But then it's sort of, as the plot unfolds, you get to learn more about him. I mean...
Well, he's obviously a man of the cloth,
yeah.
but it turns out that he has other qualities as well. He may be a con man, he may be just someone who likes wine too much, rather like me. Who knows, you know, there's certain question marks about the Dean himself, but he certainly can entertain.
Well, I'd have believed him if I was at the dinner party there. I'd have absolutely believed him, I think. Yeah. And Peter O'Toole is incredible in the movie. He really is.
Look, I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen Peter do anything better than this. He is so funny.
Yeah.
And so touching at the end. He's just remarkable, and it was an amazing, you know, privilege to work with him. It was lovely.
Because he's so irascible, isn't he, all the way through the film?
Yeah.
And then at the end, I'm not going to ruin it for you. It's just I can't tell you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what moved me so much, because he's such quite a cold character, isn't he, at the beginning?
And you know, I'd worked with Peter twice before, but never actually met him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way it is on films. But it was... look, there were other people in this film as well as Peter. There's Brian Brown and Jeremy Northern.
The entire cast, I mean, it just
and
gels.
Judy Parfitt, and who are all friends of mine.
Yeah.
But working with Peter, I have to say, is probably one of the greatest things of my career. I just absolutely loved it. And what's more, he has all these stories, you know, terrible stories about all his old friends, which I can't repeat here.
Oh, what a shame.
They will go to my grave.
He was a hellraiser in his day, Peter, wasn't he? Because I've read a book about him. Yeah, fabulous. Now, we're going to do a bit of hellraising. Because we've got this wine plays a very important part in the movie, because apparently you have one sip and you remember past lives.
That's what happens.
Should we have... We don't normally drink. Should we have... I've never tasted... I've never heard of it.
Well, you know, we weren't allowed to drink the real stuff on the film because, you know, we had to work all day. But... you know, why not now?
Exactly. Cheers, folks. Happy
good
Christmas.
Health and happy Christmas.
Yeah.
And so nice to meet you.
And you as well. We'll just ignore these now and we'll sit here and we'll wire our way through this bottle, Sam, and see what happens. Oh, actually, it's quite nice.
It's not half bad, is it?
No, not at all.
I might have some of that with my Christmas pudding.
Is it a dessert wine, then, this stuff?
It's definitely a dessert wine.
Is it supposed to have some sort of royal charter and you can only open it if...
Well, it's from Hungary. But I don't know if it's got any royal connections.
In the movie, though, they say, oh, you have to go off to the
Imperial.
That's it, yeah, the Habsburgs or something, and get... It's very nice, seriously.
Very nice, yeah.
Would you like another drop, Sam?
I'll just sit on that for a while, if you don't mind.
I'll just keep it. Well, the lid's off now. It'll go off. Now, the film, it's beautifully shot as well. It's got so much going for it, this movie, you know, because and it's set in Edwardian England. Where was it filmed? It
was filmed in Norfolk, and I have to say, it's so nice to be in a film that people really respond to and find warm in it. And there's slightly uncertain times that we live in.
Yeah, you're telling
now.
me.
Yeah, it's good to go. It's a good film to go out and feel a bit better about life.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No, you really do. I've seriously afterwards. I mean, after I'd had my whinge, I sort of perked up. Did you study your own dog for inspiration for this film?
I have a little Staffordshire Bull Terrier who I love very dearly, and I know her very well. Oh, there she is. She's wearing a birthday hat there, in honour of my birthday. In fact, all the animals put on hats that day. It's an odd little farm that I have there. You're a farmer too, aren't you?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a pretend one. Yeah, I've got...
Well, we both have that rugged farming thing about us, don't we?
This is it. I mean, people look at me and they say, there's a rugged farmer.
Yeah. That's what they say to me too.
You've got pigs, haven't you?
I've got 2 pigs, very ugly.
I mean, how do you handle them, the pigs? I mean, are they... Look. Oh, they're pot-bellied pigs.
Oh, they're pot-bellied pigs, yeah.
Yeah.
And they look prettier there than they really do in life.
Mine are mean, I've got to be honest. Mine are big girls, you know, they look like rhinos. They give those polar bears a run for the money. You know, when they come out, I'm always unsure if I'm going to go back into the kitchen with 2 feet.
I love those polar bears. It was a hard act to follow.
Weren't they beautiful?
Absolutely lovely.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
They're going home with me. Well, look, we've got a clip here now of Dean Spanley. Watch this and enjoy. Sam?
What a day that was to be a dog. And to be with one who knew how to be a dog, for I confess, happy though I was to belong to the master, until that day I had barely glimpsed the glories of dogdom. He introduced me to the joys of chasing animals, a matter in which I was largely unversed, having previously only had the opportunity to chase a couple of cats. Cats, you know, have no use for chasing, for not knowing the rules, they invariably climb up trees, a habit I find contemptible.
Glorious film. Now, I was mad on the Omen trilogy. One, I love Lee Remick. I'm just mad on Lee Remick. And
yes, wasn't she beautiful?
just beautiful.
Well, and Gregory Peck.
Yeah, fabulous. Just a great... Now, of course, we are now sat with the Antichrist, yes. How much stick did you take for that, Sam? How did people feel?
People were pretty decent about it. You know, they didn't hold it against me. There may be parts of the south of, you know, in Southern America and in more biblical climes where they may take exception to me. But no, I think they saw it as just a job.
Yeah. It's a great movie. I was nearly called Damien, you know. Thank God. Seriously. Thank God my father put his foot down with a firm hand and said, no, what should the stick had I got for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's hugely popular with the ladies, The Omen. That's the other thing.
Well, I got some funny fan mail, which...
I bet you did.
I didn't reply to any of it.
Did you ever find like women sort of looking at the back of your head to see if they could see the tattoo?
I've been trying to find it myself, but...
Oh, I'll show you mine. Oh, actually... And Jurassic Park, another cracking movie. I mean, what was it like working with the dinosaurs? Did they actually have any sort of... Were they all computer animated, or did they have...
Yeah, and Stan, who made the big animatronic ones that were, you know, the size of this room... sadly, he died this year, but these extraordinary puppets that it took about 18 chaps to operate, they were really pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it took a fortune at the box office, didn't it?
Made a lot of money.
Oh, did that have a huge effect on your career, being in a blockbuster like that? I mean, it was, wasn't it, for the year? That was the film.
I think it's pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
But I've done quite a lot of films, and it's good to have one that makes money once in a while.
Well, The Piano, that was another cracking movie. I mean, that was when you snip, you cut Holly's fingers off.
Well, it's never fun chopping people's fingers off.
And, I don't
know. and particularly Holly, who's such a little sweetheart, you know. But she's a very strong little person, you know. She's only about this high, but she fought me all the way to that wood block.
I'm not surprised.
I was exhausted, you know, it was through mud and everything, and then had to chop the finger off and then do it again. You know,
don't cross the man, that's all I'll say. Now, you grow your own grapes, don't you, and you make your own wine. How does it compare to this stuff?
Well, it's very different. My wine is, it's a Pinot Noir, so it's not sweet and sticky like that. It's called Two Paddocks, and I believe it's probably the best wine in the world.
Yeah.
And
have you brought me a crate, Sam?
I didn't know you were a drinker, Paul.
Oh, very rarely.
Yeah.
One way! away from you lot and you'll be thrown out. Very rarely, Sam. Only at Christmas and only when we have a very special guest. Sam, it's a fabulous movie. Seriously, I couldn't recommend this strongly. It's charming. It's enchanting. It really is. No, it really is. I'm giving it the hard sell for you because you watch all these films and occasionally one comes along and you think, it's so original, you know. It's just a great idea. And so moving as well at the end.
And it's about dogs as much as anything, and you love a dog.
I do, yeah.
We all love a dog.
And when you drink this stuff, apparently, you recall your past life, don't you? What sort of animal you were. Hang on, I'll tell you. I was a whippet, Sam. I remember you, Sam. I remember you well. Ladies and gentlemen, please, put your hands together. Mr. Sam Neill, come on. And go and see Dean Spanley. What a lovely movie. I'm getting very used to this.